Well, you know, I was invited by the deputy SG here, who told me that there's going to be this retreat by the ANC subcommittee on international relations to look at the whole area of international relations, particularly, as you are indicating, in the light of what's happening globally. So to have a look at this so that the ANC can be very clear about what it should be doing. And me, because at least I could relate to what has been our foreign policy in the past. What happened since '94 and even before, until we left government, so that as part of their assessment of, since we were there yesterday, where do we want to be today and tomorrow? So I think it was a very good decision, because you have very good people in the meeting, and they are looking into this matter in detail, in the necessary detail, to understand the foreign policy positions of the ANC in the past, in all areas, as I say, in order to empower themselves to be able to say where should the movement be today and tomorrow with regard to this international relations matter. So I think it's a very, very good initiative. And the discussion so far has been very, very good. Yeah.
And once again, Mr. President, what do you make of, for example, the issue around the Africa trying to get the permanent seat, for example, in the United Nations, and obviously the issues around the veto powers to ensure that it's just not just mere representation, but to ensure that Africa is also getting the teeth, so to speak?
Well, I mean, as you know, I mean, that's not specifically an ANC matter, essentially because there are established positions of the African Union on those issues. How many members, permanent members, what to do about the veto issue and all of that. And ANC government, ever since the matters came on the agenda, has taken what are the AU positions on this issue. So, I mean, it would be the same now with regard to government policy, would be to the Zuluini consensus and all of that. Those were the positions that would be taken. So it's not to review positions like that. It really, as I was saying, is to say there are many changes that are happening in the world. You've got, for instance, the formation of BRICS. You have the issue that President Ramaphosa next year is going to be hosting the G20 summit. These are important issues, and so the ANC needs to understand what does it do in this context. You've got the conflict in the Middle East, you've got the conflict in Ukraine, a lot of discussion about multilateralism away from unilateralism. Where does the ANC position itself with regard to all of those? So I'm saying there are established positions like on the matter on this of the reform of the Security Council, of the AU positions, and the ANC and the South African government has adopted those positions also. But there's these other issues, which I think the way the discussion has gone this morning, up to today, up to now, I think suggests to me that you've got a group of people who are very, very seriously interested to make sure that the ANC is up to date in terms of this evolving global situation, and that it takes positions which are consistent with the historic political and ideological positions of the movement.